1:28 p.m. CMT, February 3rd, 2020. I'm here for another interview, the fourth interview today. Uh, not the last. Thank God, I'm very happy that I'm able to do this with such good people, sharing their experiences with the podcast and that kind of stuff. And I'm here today with Bacon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, would you like to say something about yourself or any comments?
Well, just really old guy from around here, I guess.
Yeah,
Also, it's like in 30 and like it's the 4th of February for me because I'm in Europe.
that's true.
So yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned
Yeah, keep going, keep
you
going.
live in France.
Yes, that's right.
Can you speak French? Well, of course you can. I mean, you have to. Could you speak it to the audience?
Well, I live in France, I guess we already said that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I was like one of the first few members of this whole shenanigans.
Mm-hmm. Now, how was that? Was that
So
interesting?
it was really interesting. Okay, I guess I'll start.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I began as like I met. It all started when I met Glory for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
It was like in June, early June,
Of what
and
year?
it was like last year,
Oh, okay.
2019,
19.
June, early June 2019. And yeah, I found him in a comment section about like talk about like Stotska. Now I had played the game Glory to Papers, Please,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm like, hey, I remember that game. We talked a little and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I didn't hear nothing from it. And then like 2 weeks later, he invites me to this group. I'm like, yeah, sure, that could be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it all started, really.
Yeah. And
So I was like,
no,
yeah, go
continue,
ahead.
continue.
So I was like one of the very first few members of the whole Asuska thing. Yep.
Well,
You want to say something?
I'm very happy to have you on. Most of the besides like Lou, I think maybe even like God, um, have been on for like a while. Like I kind of joined after God joined, like a couple of days later. Um, so I guess
Mm-hmm.
you can say I'm still fairly new. Um, what would be something that has changed from back in the old Artsanska till today?
Oh, well, I'd say Astotska is like divided in 2 parts. The iFunny part,
Mm-hmm.
maybe three actually. They were like the early wars, and then there was like the on iFunny, and then there was just the iFunny thing, and then we switched to Discord, and that's really the whole 3 parts thing. But yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, should I say like my experience with the whole
Yeah,
thing?
of course.
Like, sure. Well, I started like really early as like interviewer. I recruited people
Mm-hmm.
and like did interview for them because back in the days we had like opposing clans who would like try to get into our chats and take us down like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to interview them through like basic questions that Lou gave us.
Mm-hmm.
That was all fun and good. So this way I actually climbed a few ranks and became colonel, just like that.
Mm-hmm.
I met Swastikan, I married him,
Mm-hmm.
I had Shalumi.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Shalumi?
I have. I talked to him
Uh,
several
f-
times.
no, not of the S, the SH one.
Mm-hmm.
Very good guy. I haven't heard him for a while. Yeah, anyways, then I switched to propaganda making because hey, if I could interview people, why wouldn't I like attract them to
Mm-hmm.
the whole place? So I started making posters and stuff. And yeah, that's very much it. And that's like the first part. And when I was making posters, it got popular, I guess, and I became a general, and that's the highest I got.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was the whole other thing. But do you want to add something to it?
No, go ahead. Anything else?
Mm, all right. Well, afterwards there was the whole treason thing. That was a big thing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I wasn't really happy with the leaders of high command in general.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was devise a plan with like another guy and a third guy who was called Honk.
Oh yes.
He was, oh, he still is the anarchist type,
Mm-hmm.
very loose cannon, I say. Honk was, he raided our chats. He came back. He was friendly, and then he just raided our chats again.
Mm-hmm.
Big troll overall. Well, I trusted him a bit, and he backstabbed me, but that's not really none of your concerns.
Mm-hmm.
I got put on trial for that. Then I called out the leaders,
Mm-hmm.
told them that Anime shouldn't be at the top rank, so because she's not really that useful and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I got put down to border guard. Then,
Mm-hmm.
like
Demoted.
for a month, yeah, for like 2 weeks, I did my stuff, gained a couple of ranks back, and then I kind of left the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
So you,
so
well, what
yeah,
was the exact reason you left? Was it because you got demoted, or was it because of like it was just like
part of it, and also because um, people really disliked me after that whole
yeah.
thing. And yeah, then I tried it a second time because actually a few people encouraged me to keep on going because they felt like I was fighting a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's why I left actually. I got caught again because God actually spoke of my plan even though he was in on it.
Mm.
And then I just knew I wouldn't survive a second trial, so I left.
What do you mean by
And yeah.
God was in on it?
Well, God was the one who actually said, like, hey, you should really restart with this whole thing. I really hate the leaders as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do something and make people join. I was like, all right. Next day later, I'm being interrogated by the AIA again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also, I was AIA for a lot of time, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you felt betrayed
Twice, yeah.
twice.
But yeah, first time it hurt bad.
Mm-hmm.
Second time, not as much because I kind of knew it was not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you feel like your trial was fair?
the first one,
Mm-hmm.
I got really, really lucky. Shalomi was my lawyer.
Okay.
He defended me and stuff like that. And Glory, when I spewed out, like, no, in the end, the trial took like 3 hours.
Mm.
And everyone was tired at the end. They were like, and Glory came out and he was like, "Look, why did you do it? Just say it for like truth."
Mm-hmm.
And like I spewed it out, and he was like, "All right." And I was just completely thinking about like, "Yep, that's it. I'm gonna get kicked out."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no more to it really. Nah, I was pretty happy about like only getting demoted,
Yeah.
and yeah, and all the I had a few friends. There was Davis, I think. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Davis.
Davis.
Yeah, Davis. He was like, dude, why'd you betray us? You were my most trusted, and we were talking about making you a field marshal.
Mm-hmm.
I was, I got really salty on that first one. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
felt it felt really bad to get betrayed just like that by Honk.
No, I understand.
Mm.
I've had
Oh well.
several friends, like because I had a, well, as the audience or some may know of Mel and Lobster.
Maybe I don't
She's
recall
kind
many
of
names
new.
actually.
Well, she was new.
But I think it does ring a
Recently.
bell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, no, then I don't.
Yeah. Well, she, um, I remember talking to her on a funny. So I was asking her like, "Hey, like, what happened? Like, like, is everything okay? Are you okay?" And she told me she really wanted to be friends with Honk, because she
Oh.
felt like that's where it all started. Um,
Mhm.
well, she was like really trying to like be his friend, and and I guess I wouldn't say he manipulated her, but he like I don't know what happened exclusively, but she was basically his spy for a while. Same thing with Lobster. But
Oh yeah, Honk
yeah,
is just a force to be reckoned with. He's a loose cannon. You try to use him, he'll turn against you. You try to like direct him in a path so it doesn't really impact you. He will crash that train into you. It's absolutely wild, this man.
yes.
I swear. Yeah. You want to be his friend? No, he chooses you. It doesn't work like that. He makes the rules, really.
Yeah.
He destroyed treaties, clans, everything, really. Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, personally, he fascinates me. Cause like, I mean, in all, this is all just like a bunch of people just like like hanging out and like saying like, well, we hate pedos, we hate seeing fucking porn on the collective. Let's do something about it.
It really started like this. Yeah, it was Glory who was, I guess, tired of it all and just made an objective. Like, at first I was here for the whole Papers, Please thing. I was like, yeah, this is cool, like joining a community thing for the game.
Yeah.
And I realized it wasn't about that. It was about making the rights and funny.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
that's what I thought
right.
too. I was like, I believe Esync had followed me.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, ooh, it's like Papers, Please, and I really liked the game. When I bought it and everything, I completed it, and I got all the endings and all that kind of stuff. I was like totally in love with the game.
Yeah, same.
And
it's a really nice game. Yes.
And I know the creator's doing something else with it, not with the game exclusively, but something similar. It was just it's always.
It's actually one dude who made it.
Yeah,
his name is.
It's amazing. How
yeah,
it's I don't know.
It's got really real impacts and stuff like that. Yeah.
No. I don't know. The guy is just, I don't know what to say.
And something I think I was kind of scared of Honk is like, do you know like Untitled Goose Game, like the game?
Yeah.
Well, he was the character Honk before that game came out.
Yeah.
Almost as if like the game was inspired by him.
What if he made it?
Which I find kind of funny.
Yeah, I always thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I know he goes by different names. Well, he has the same name. And I find it's different. Like he goes by like Gonk, by like the little figure in
Gonk, yes.
Lego Star Wars. It's funny. I mean, he's not bad to talk to. Like he's a funny guy. But don't be friends with him.
But not to talk to, yes. He insults me in like private messages. Oh, wow. He'll just like PM me. I'm like, what do you want? And just like, dirty monkey Frenchman. I was like, oh, it's fine. As usual, per usual.
It's weird. I've the only encounters through PM, were him sending me a picture of a rock, and that's it.
Oh yeah. Like, no, I don't have that one. Huh? One thing he used to like kind of bully me with is that he knows I hate gore. I just hate it. And just sometimes he would just like randomly send it. It's like, oh god, no.
Yeah, no. It's pretty. So you don't like it. I mean,
I hate it, and he knew that, and he just loved sending me gore. I just hated it. Ugh.
Have you blocked him yet?
What?
Have you blocked him?
Nah, because he doesn't do that stuff anymore. Actually, he doesn't really talk to me. Whatever.
Do you believe it's like kind of slowed down? I think he's getting tired of it. Something's happening.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, he's got other things to do, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, after I left, Ostoska, Lou actually came to me and is like, now that you're like retired officer, like AIA agent, do you want to, I don't know if I should talk about this, but I don't really care if I get a bullet in the back of my head. he says like, "Oh, I have this like secret aid, not secret agent. It was called like the SS. It was like a
Mm-hmm.
clan of spies, highly regulated, code names, missions, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. I did for like a month, and then maybe not a month actually, like more like 3 weeks. He gave me missions like, "Hey, can you infiltrate Ezek?" He knew like I could like. I was like the revolutionary type. I would like be against the leaders, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what he wanted me to do was like gain ranks in Ezek, which was like another clan, if you recall,
Mm-hmm.
and just like kill them with like a revolt.
Mm-hmm.
3 weeks went by. That didn't go really anywhere, and also he wanted us to like fill out these huge forms, like it was like some serious business.
Mm-hmm.
Like the thing about Lou is that you're like, hey, it's cool. We're just having fun in this, and then he brings like paperwork out. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, can you fill these out? I was like, what? No. I remember once I was still like interviewer making like some propaganda posters.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, you make documents sometimes. Like, yeah, sure, I do that. It's like, all right, can you do like documents for all the 250 members we have? I was like, sure. I couldn't say no. He was field marshal. I just can't
Yeah.
say no. So I say like, sure. And I do two. I'm like, wow, I'm not fucking doing that for 250. It was like a little, well, they were like pretty much like posters, like
Yeah.
badges for each and every one. I would have like to type out their names, the number, the registration date, and like a date of where they have to like come back to renew it because they had like a 1 month. They had to renew it every month. Can you believe that?
That's I wouldn't.
Ah,
I totally
and then
wouldn't.
yeah, that was I was like, what? Lou just thinks it's kind of serious, I guess. He thinks it's serious.
He's a big
Yeah,
writer.
I prefer. Yeah,
Yeah.
just gives us work. It's not fun. It's work when you're doing it with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
No, no, I understand. Um,
yeah. And then the yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, 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 go ahead. This is your interview.
No, I was. Well, I talked about Glory and Leuvenheit. I gotta go. I gotta talk about Davis.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he was. Those three were like the main three, and they
Mm-hmm.
were perfect together. You had Glory who came up with the whole thing. Leuvenheit, yeah, who did pretty much like all the work and control, not control, but like the people, but like more of the island
Mm-hmm.
alliances and stuff. And then you had David, who was like controlling us. He was like keeping us in line, but in a good way. He was really friendly, but like could be harsh when he needed to.
Yeah, I remember David. I only
Yeah,
talked to him
nice
a
guy
couple
Davis.
times.
And then he went to like he got deployed somewhere.
Yeah,
He was in the army.
he still is in the
And
army, I believe.
yeah, he still is.
Yeah,
I haven't heard from him. Only a few times he popped out, but nothing much.
I know
So
that
yeah,
he
that
is
was
just
heard
like
of him.
busy and all that kind of stuff. So I asked
Yeah,
Lou in the interview, um, like, hey, where's Davis? Because I mean, I've talked to Davis a couple times. Like, I think he's a funny guy.
yeah,
I can see why
he's
you
pretty
like
nice.
him.
Yes, he's friendly. He's very friendly.
Yeah,
Yes.
um, and it's always good to
Yeah,
have those kind
but
of people.
yeah.
No, of course.
Well,
Kind
yeah.
of
What did yeah.
yeah. Lou just said, well,
So
he's busy. He's in the army. He's also in college and all that kind of stuff. So he doesn't have time for us
yeah,
right now, kind of thing.
uh, that's another part why I kind of dropped out
Mm-hmm.
of this whole thing as well. I got really busy with schoolwork.
Mm-hmm.
I got big finals coming up every 2 months, and it's kind of harsh. It's getting to me really badly. I hate it. And it's like these finals were like it's the end of high school finals
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
So you're
And yeah, and in France is not as in the same of America, so
you're like
it's like
I
bigger in France.
I don't know how you say it. We call we say seniors. So
Yeah.
you would be like a
Oh, we
senior?
have I'm 17, but I
Yeah.
had to not jump, redo a class
Oh.
because my French sucks when I came back from America.
Ah.
Um, I don't know, I'm not freshman. Then it would be, what's after freshman?
Sophomore?
Well, yeah, it would be senior, yeah,
You're a
senior.
senior. Because I'm 17 too, but here, because of my birthday, I'm supposed to be a junior.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, lucky for you. I think it's like my teacher was like, no,
I guess, yeah.
she'll be fine. And I was like, alright,
Well,
I'll be
yeah,
fine.
after I still kept contact with a few friends after I left,
Hmm.
but then I came back, so hey.
Yeah. How was your experience in America? The time
Um,
living here.
I, okay, I'd say lots of people ask me like, "Hey, where's the best? Is it America or France?" I'd say like both got their positive. Mm, I like the food better in France, but in America, it was like a whole new culture. It
Hmm.
was just a way of life, really, a brand new way of life. Really weird from France,
Yeah.
Europe overall, you know.
Hmm. I've never been to
Yeah.
Europe, but I can actually walk 5 minutes to Mexico. Which is like, to me, it's like nothing. It's no, like, to a lot of people when I tell them like, oh, I live right in like Mexico, it's kind of like you're like, everybody here says like, oh, you can just walk like a couple minutes in Germany, you'll end up in like France, or you'll end up in like somewhere else, right? Like really quickly, you can just like hop countries really fast. And
Oh yeah.
here,
If I drive like 2 hours, I'm
mm,
in Switzerland, Italy, Germany,
yeah,
all that stuff. Yeah.
no, I mean, I don't know. It's interesting. Like with me, to get to another state, it'll take eight
Yeah.
hours. Um,
Wait, are you from
I'm
Texas?
from Texas, yeah.
That's Yeah. That's what I was expecting when I said eight. When you said Mexico and 8 hours to get out
Yeah.
of the states.
No, like,
Ah.
yeah, I
No,
come
when I
from.
was in yeah, when I was in America, I was in Georgia, in
Oh,
Atlanta, next to Atlanta.
I've been to Georgia. I went through Georgia because we were going to Florida.
It's
It's really
it's
nice
kind
though.
of nice.
Hmm. I
It's
love
really
the
nice.
weather. Like everywhere else than Texas has better weather. It's interesting.
Oh, I've been to Florida in only in winter, and
Hmm.
it's already 35, 35 degrees Celsius. That would be like, I don't know in Fahrenheit, but
It's okay.
still be pretty hot.
Pretty
Yes,
hot, yeah.
still be pretty hot,
No, I think
even in winter. I was like, boy, I couldn't not stand that.
for my town, our record high was 115. So
Fahrenheit, so it's just like that.
Fahrenheit, so it's
45, I guess,
yes.
something like that
So
ish. Yeah.
yeah.
So whatever.
So
Yeah, overall interesting experience.
no.
So is that it? I mean, I've talked about the whole server thing.
Yeah. If there's anything
We
else you
don't
would like to
hunt.
add.
Mm, well, I got like maybe a few questions. Like I get how we got like to hunt pedophiles
Hmm.
and and pornography on iFunny,
Hmm.
but not too sure on Discord how we do that
I don't
yet.
think we had
Yeah,
to.
I can ask someone else.
I
I
mean,
guess.
I don't mind answering. Cause
Well, yeah, go ahead.
okay, cause I mean, I usually okay, cause I'm a part of AA PA or something like that. Um,
Group, I
it's
guess.
another group, but they only focus on pedos. And
Yeah.
so I was in there because I didn't feel like I was doing enough in Artstaska, and I was like, oh, I need to do something else. I wanted to do something else.
Oh,
So
I see.
yeah, and this is like back when. And I was like, well, this isn't. I asked like higher up, like, hey, is it okay if I also do this? I'm like, I guess. Like, if anything happens, you're gonna be deemed a traitor. But
Okay.
thankfully I never was. Even though like they're like the AAPA or OPIU or something like that. Their
Oh, okay.
leader is not really.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's the legal method and the shady method of getting the
Yes.
pedos. Yes.
No. I do the more legal. Uh, I do the
Yeah.
baiting. Um, and then I just say
Yeah.
like,
There were
just
yeah,
say.
there were two distinct groups at one time. The legal and non-legal way to do it.
Mhm.
I don't know how far the illegal way got, but I'd say the legal way did go too far as well. So
Mhm.
whatever.
No.
But yeah, I remember when we were on iFunny, we actually caught a few of these pedos and we reported them to the FBI.
Yeah. Which is what I
Yeah,
wanted to do more than just
yeah, it's
reporting
just
porn.
well, oh, I was the master of reporting porn on just like one trick. I found like a repub account of all the porn, but like nude pictures, like
Mhm.
only nudes, like not even like slightly. I was like, no, it's not like a hot lady on it. It's just literally there's just like a nude woman,
Yeah.
and I would just like come in. There was like a report channel.
Mhm.
Come in, take out like the first 100 pictures because he posted it like the guy who made the account,
Mhm.
like repub like 500 every day.
Oh wow.
Take like the first 100 links and put them in the channel and just leave the mods to do it.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah. I still wish we had mods.
Yeah, then they removed the mods, so
Yes.
that was
Which the whole entire app is
yeah.
like rejoicing, and then we were like, "Fuck, dude, we're screwed. Like, what the hell are we gonna do?"
Yeah, we lost a lot of power.
Yeah.
We couldn't really do anything without the mods. There was just like, hey, he's doing mean things, but like no one's here to hear us.
Yeah. Which I know
Yeah.
it's weird because on PC, when you go on iFunny, you log in, and whenever we do raids and they post
Yeah.
an account and I'm on my PC, I go and
Yeah.
look, and it tells me I need to put my first last name, my email, my address, and all this other stuff, and then tell me what's the reason why you want to report one post, but when you're on
Mm.
when you're on mobile, it's just nudity, and then you're done. You just put report nudity, and that's it.
Oh, that's because they already have your emails, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
When you make an account, I think.
yeah. But when even if I log in on my PC, it
Oh,
still
okay.
allows me to. It still makes me want. So it prompts me to post, to give them my full name, which I don't want to. If anything
No.
happens, like I feel
Oh,
like iFunny has like the worst servers. Especially with the point that
yeah.
the app crashes so much. They don't care about the app, and
Yeah.
if I put my real name on there, my address, like I don't trust that.
You don't feel safe.
I
Yeah, I
don't feel
get it.
safe putting my name.
Like, have you ever used the map feature in iFunny? Like
No,
they added that.
they removed it. Thank God.
Like a map. It's gone now?
Yes,
No, they still have it.
they do.
Well, maybe I have like another version.
Probably.
But they released the map. I was like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is gonna do that? Obviously,
Exactly.
we're not stupid. Jesus, giving out location like that? Nah.
Mm-hmm. I
Like
know
just to see where the meme got features from.
that's stupid. Like
Ah, that's stupid.
it's kind of like
Yeah.
what's it called? I remember
Mm.
anime telling us that she supposedly some boys at her school like found her iFunny account because of the map.
Mm.
Um,
Well, that's the thing about anime. One thing, because something I didn't like her is that she would like dramatize ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you say it?
Yes.
Like just make up these stories that were obviously fake just to get attention.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I hated those. And like some were so far fetched. You think like, how can anyone buy in this? And this is what leads us. Man, that's why I did a revolution.
Mm-hmm.
That's the type of shit I didn't want to get up in my high command.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's it.
No.
Mm.
Next question would be.
Actually, I
What?
think I actually drew plans on how to get like, well, how to like overthrow the whole thing. If you want, I can send it to you later.
Yeah,
I
of
still
course.
have it somewhere, I think.
I can.
Like panels.
Panels. Wow. So you had it like entirely planned out.
Yup, it was like really planned out. At the trial, I said, well, the plan was consisted on like getting me and that other guy like up to high command. That was step one, to get the other guy to high command. Step two was to manipulate anime because I felt like she would be easily manipulated
Mm-hmm.
and reshape the whole thing like how we wanted through her,
Mm.
and then like kick her out with uh, with like valid documentation. Well, yeah, I can send to you later. It
Yeah,
was
of
like
course.
a plot. And at the trial, I said, well, when y'all told me that I was going to be field marshal, um, I felt like I abandoned the whole plan, but this first step because I didn't want to let my other friend down.
Mm.
And that was like a whole running theme, actually. Obviously, I kind of wanted to go through the whole plan, but I wasn't going to say that in trial.
Yeah.
That would have been stupid.
I mean,
Yeah.
now it's all over. Saying it now.
I mean, I can say all this stuff now. It's not like they're going to do anything.
Yeah.
I'm not even technically part of this anymore. I'm an
No,
ally, it says.
as an ally, you have access to basic chats.
Yes.
Mm.
And I'm still part of the propaganda legion. I just didn't want to have a rank. I
Yeah.
just didn't want to like put in work to compete and start from scratch. Just like, nah, don't want rank.
Yeah.
I'm old here. Y'all know me. I just don't not need it.
No, I
Not really.
understand. That was the same thing with
So
the AAP. They didn't have rank. It was just more like, are you useful or not?
yeah, the whole rank part was just for what's it called, role playing.
Yeah.
Then kind of categorized us by who can uh talk trash to.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So is that it? It's kind of getting late. It's like 1 a.m. where
Yeah,
I
I
am.
figured that you would have wanted to. Yeah, it's already going 30 minutes. I think I'd have enough footage. Well, of course I have enough footage. It's 30 minutes.
I think we do. Yes, I have
Yes.
plenty of things to say, I guess.
Yeah.
You said like the interview was like 15.
Yes,
Yeah.
15 to 30 minutes. I like to keep it. But unless it's interesting, I like to stretch it a little more so we have
Alright.
a little more fun with it.
Well, I'm feeling lucky, I guess.
Yeah.
Huh.
You're the longest interview I've had. I think the longest I've had was like 20, 25 maybe. But I cut down short. But I'd like to thank you for being on. I think I learned a lot. Thinking over the past and your
Yeah,
experiences.
just take this from the perspective of a general who didn't see how high command, who didn't like how high command was just doing stuff in general.
Yeah.
And the guy who made propaganda, I
Yeah.
guess, and the guy who interviewed like all the first members.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, a lot of members.
Could you name
Yeah.
a few?
Yeah.
Would you be able to name
So,
a few people?
well, I can say that I I vetted, interviewed anime. That's the thing.
Okay.
I was the one who let her in. I kind of feel bad for that.
Mm.
There's also a boat guy. Those are the most important, like the few I remember.
Mm.
And yeah, well, I can say there's like plenty of people, but I don't remember like each specifically. I just don't want to like talk shit out my mouth.
Yeah, of course it's
Like,
fine.
yeah.
Um, But no, I think I learned a lot, and I hope our viewers learned a lot.
Yeah, if yeah.
Yeah, of course. Um,
So yeah,
yeah, it's good.
you
Thank you
you can
again.
conclude. Yeah.
Um,
No problem. Yeah, it was nice.
yes.
That was like well from June to here. That's like about 6 months. So yeah, it's been a good 6 months here. But yeah.
Well, yeah, we're just gonna end it here. Again, thank you for like the third time for coming in. Again, if any of the audience has questions for Bacon or any of the people that I've interviewed today, leaving my Discord, my email. I prefer Discord, I know. But again, thank you on for having, and I'll see you guys next time.